Hello everyone, my name is SmoLCatzZ and welcome back to Superflat Survival. I'm standing in a flower garden because today we are going to be building a shifting floor flower farm. Our Superflat world is all plains biome, which means we can get 5 different types of flowers. Poppies, cornflowers, dandelions, oxeye daisies, and azure bluettes. We're building this farm to get not only flowers but dye, and even to use oxeye daisies to make potions of regeneration if we need them. The design I'm using is by LogicalGeekBoy. I'll link his video in the description. He does an amazing job of explaining what types of flowers grow where and why, and the best way to farm them. Let's get started. In order to build our farm, we need a good amount of materials. So to start off with, we need a stack of grass. We need 60 glass, which I do not have that much glass. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of villager trading for that. And then the farm calls for 41 stone brick, which we don't need to use stone brick specifically. We can use whatever. We'll just get a stack of smooth stone for that. We need 38 redstone dust, which we definitely have enough of. I've been doing a lot of villager trading for redstone. Actually get our redstone box out right now. Yeah, we have a lot of redstone components. We need 19 hoppers, which we actually have, that's crazy. We have a lot of hoppers. 16 pistons, which we have. 9 dispensers. We have 3 dispensers. Unfortunately, we're also going to have to do a little bit of trading there. 9 observers. Calls for 8 dirt. That's kind of a random amount of dirt. It's fine. We need 8 water buckets. Now, I don't think I have any buckets, so we're gonna have to craft a few. To remember where I keep my iron. So 8 buckets, right? Right? And 6 chests, which we have. Plus plenty of bone meal, so we'll just kind of put some bones in here. I have an unbelievable amount of bones. Thanks to our gigantic flushing mob farm. We have so many bones. Right, so we need to do a bunch of trading for glass, and we need to get 5 more dispensers. If I remember correctly, a dispenser is cobblestone, redstone, and a bow. Yep, okay. We can buy bows from villagers, actually. Alright, so let's get our glass and our dispensers. Okay, so there's a little bit of glass here. Perfect. Okay. That's actually easier than I thought it would be. And then, so we need to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bows. Thank you, sir. And do the very tedious task of crafting a dispenser. I actually hate crafting dispensers. I think crafting dispensers are a universally disliked mechanic. Because it doesn't stack. I don't have enough librarians who trade glass. I'm actually very tempted to get rid of some of these librarians and replace them with glass trading ones, because I cannot get enough glass. It's very slow. Okay, we have all of our dispensers. Oh, no, that's 8 dispensers. How did I mess that up? Oh, we need 1 more. Really quick. Sir, please give me a bow. Thank you. I don't know how that got messed up. 60 glass, so that's all the glass we need, literally. But I think that should basically be everything we need in order to complete this farm. Which actually it's a really cheap farm, honestly. It's not difficult at all. Just really, really nice. And we'll bring our redstone box along just in case we need it. And of course the ender chest. The other thing I wanted to show everyone was that I created a map of the terraforming. It looks so cool. It's obviously not the entire area, but that's totally fine. I'm gonna expand the map as the terraforming expands, but it looks so cool. I love the way this looks on a map. It looks really good. It definitely showcases that I need to add way more trees. So we will eventually be doing that. I probably won't do it in an episode though. I'll probably do it off camera. Alright, so we have everything we need for our farm. We're going to start with grass, and we're going to basically make an 8x9 area. So we're going to have to actually get rid of our flowers. Let's see. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it basically creates a rectangle. So that's the area that we're going to be using. So really quick, we're going to get rid of all the flowers that are in here because they're in my way, weirdly enough. That is not enough grass. Is this wrong? This also isn't even enough dirt. Wow, okay. This is suspicious. Let's grab some more grass. Okay, so that is our 8x9 rectangle. On one side of the farm, we're going to put a line of our building block. In front of that building block, we're going to place our pistons. So this is, we're building the shifting floor, basically. This side's going to push and shuttle this back and forth. Means we actually need to go 2 back. So we have to be able to actually have a space for them to push back and forth. So on both of these corners, we're actually going to replace one of these with an observer facing down. It's important that the observer is facing down. It's going to be reading a state change underneath that block. Alright, next step is we're going to build our storage system. So on the opposite side from the observers, we're going to place a double chest. And then we're going to bring some hoppers all the way down. We can actually... So we have plenty of materials. Can make this a double chest just so that we have a little extra storage. And you can access that chest from there. We can put a trapdoor here if we need to get into it. The next step is going to be to add our bone meal distribution system. Alright, and then on the side with the gap, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. On this block, we're going to dig down a couple. Probably have to get rid of this. We're going to place an observer facing up. So that observer... Yep, okay, it went off. Yep. So you know there is an observer there. This is going to be reading that. And then this is the part that starts to get a little bit weird. So we put an observer there, right? We actually need to get underneath of this. We need an observer facing that way, a solid block, and then we need a dispenser facing up. So we're going to put a solid block there. So this is observer, observer, solid block, dispenser. Yep. So dispenser facing up, put the grass block back. Can get rid of that solid block. And that's basically going to as this shuttles back and forth and updates this observer, that's going to be ticking that dispenser. So you come around to the other side, 4 blocks in. We're going to dig down again, basically. We're going to find ourselves... here is the dispenser. So we're going to dig all the way out. We're going to run a line of hoppers all the way out. Alright, and then we can basically fill this back in. And we will put a double chest right here. This is for your bone meal. Nope, that's the wrong block, so... Yep, heard the dispenser tick. Heard the dispenser tick. It didn't do anything because there's nothing in it. But yep, it's gonna... as this shuttles back and forth, it's gonna repeatedly trigger the dispenser and feed bone meal into this, growing flowers. Alright, next, we are going to actually run some power to all of this. We're going to place a temporary block here, and then all of our dispensers, you have to be shifted or you will click into them, or you'll do what I just did and mess that up. And then each one is getting a bucket of water to flush out our items. It doesn't have to be any particular slot, just make sure they're in there. There we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay, so I had actually made a mistake. My grass was 10 blocks long, so I moved everything in by 1 block. Not a big deal. But yeah, now we need to add the glass, so we're adding glass over there. Now, it's really important you don't cover up your hoppers, or else your items won't actually go into your farm or into storage. The water's gonna sweep across, basically, and push all the items into these hoppers. Okay, and then this comes across. Perfect. Then we're building a 2-tall wall all the way around. This is to keep your items in the farm, because whenever the shifting floor pushes items, they're gonna hop up into the air, and you basically end up with things not where they're meant to be. And I shouldn't do the corners because I'm not gonna have enough glass. Of course not. Nice. So yeah, basically the dispensers will go across, flowers go in there. Next step is to power these dispensers, and then we need a temporary block, well, not a temporary block, but an extra block here on the end. Then this should all be redstone dust. And then if I'm understanding this correctly, we need another observer facing down. Nope, that's facing up. Oh, I hate placing observers. Yeah, that should be right. I'm gonna double check this. This seems suspicious. Okay, so this observer is correct. The next thing we need to do, which is kind of hard to do because we're underneath of things. Yes, yes. We need to figure out where the other observer is. Here. Yeah, okay. So, here's our other observer. Oh my goodness. Observing so many things. Basically, we're gonna run... Nope, that's wrong too. If I get rid of this, is this a problem? Fine. Okay. We're supposed to run a line of redstone underneath all of this, ending there. Yep, okay, so that's triggering that. Like it. Redstone is hard. Can I... This is gonna be really silly. Can I get into here? Yeah, okay. And then I'm supposed to leave a 2-block gap in the middle. So then, like, here and here. Yep. And that's to introduce delay, my understanding. Okay. I hope that that's right. So we're supposed to leave a 1-block gap. Block here. A comparator here. No. An observer. Yes, reading the comparator. Okay, that's... Yeah, that definitely did something. So this observer is reading the output. This observer is reading the comparator output. Yeah. Yeah. Redstone. I'm so good at this. So place a temporary block here. Hopper going into that. A hopper going back in, so they're facing into each other. A redstone lamp here. We break these. We're gonna put a lever there. That goes on. We're gonna place a grass block in there. And then you need to put an observer there. Facing... Yeah, these should be facing the same way, which they are. And then... Apparently we're supposed to put composters on the top of this. Now, the composters are like to keep items from getting into it and to prevent lag. I don't particularly care. Lag's not really the biggest worry I have on this world. It's just me, and there's nothing for the game to render. My goodness, this is so complicated. Okay, so after like 30 minutes of fiddling with this, I've figured out that the problem was the order in which I'd placed the lever. So it was an issue if I was powering in the wrong order. So it's working totally fine now. As you can see, it's making a whole ton of flowers very loudly. Now I power it on and the water comes on. So it's actually working correctly now. Some of the items are kind of getting stuck on the hoppers. I think because the hoppers are full of items. Yep, they are. But it works totally fine. We're getting lots of flowers. We can use these for dye. We can compost all of these seeds, which is really nice. I actually am going to add a composting setup. As you can see here, I was diagnosing redstone, so I had to dig this all up. I think I have, yeah, I have a composter. I should have some more... I have another hopper? I do. And some chests? Okay. So basically we're going to add just a little bit. So, into there. Into there. Into there. Into there. So seeds will become bone meal, which will feed back into this contraption. So the farm isn't completely self-sustaining, but it'll have a little bit of self-sustaining capability. It would have to make a lot more than what it makes in order to sustain itself completely. One other thing, LogicalGeekBoy mentions it in his video, is that this line of dirt right here, it becomes dirt because of the water sources instead of grass. Whenever you turn the farm back on, it'll fix itself. But that's one of the reasons we have this line of glass here over grass, is to help grass spread back. So it does work. We've got a lot of stuff, like a lot of flowers in a very short period of time. You can kind of see the distribution of flowers. Dandelions are the most common. Cornflowers are pretty common. Poppies are decently common. And then the azure bluets and the oxeye daisies are the most uncommon ones. But this was a really easy farm to build. Again, shout out to LogicalGeekBoy. Honestly, every single farm he builds is really, really easy to follow and super useful. So I will link his video in the description, and now we have a lovely little flower farm. I'm very excited. More farms. One of the things that 1.19.4 changed in Minecraft is horse breeding. So if you've played a previous version of Minecraft, you know how painful it is to get a good horse, right? Your horse will either be fast, it'll be able to jump, it'll be able to have a lot of health, or like it just basically you get one of those things. But they've changed it. So it's actually possible now to breed really good horses. But I only have these 2 horses, which they're actually pretty decent. Oh, there's pillagers right there. They're actually pretty decent horses. Like, this guy has an okay health and he can jump 4 blocks. But this horse basically has almost exactly the same stats. So I want to get, I don't have an infinity bow, and there's these guys, they're watching me. Let me kill these guys really quick. Yeah, we'll get our fancy arrows of getting rid of annoying pillagers. So one of the things I want to do, and I think we're going to make this a fun goal for ourselves. Okay, now that you're gone, you can come sit in here with this other guy. Come on, sir. Come on. There we go. Good job. So I want to make it a goal to get the best possible horse in every horse color, which there's a lot of different horse colors. There's grays, there's browns, there's black horses, there's these like very deep bay horses, spotty ones. But I think that'd be a super fun thing to do, just as like a funny thing to do on the Superflat world. I also want to get the best possible donkey and the best possible mule. So one of the things, like, if you're unsure of what to do in your Minecraft world, one of the things that you can do that I think is great for, like, keeping your creativity up, keeping yourself interested, is to set yourself fun goals. They don't have to be crazy goals. It's not like, I have to build a giant world eater, the best world eater that's ever destroyed cobblestone. Like, you don't need to do that. You can just set yourself, like, fun, silly goals that, like, don't really matter. So, like, I know there's some horses over here by my portal towards the gold farm, and a bunch of different color horses. So I'm basically just flying over here to get horses and this donkey. It's very important that we get a donkey. Come on, horses. And I'm gonna try to breed the best possible one, like literally just for fun. This is not gonna help me survive in this world any better. It's not gonna make me any more efficient. It's just a fun thing to do. What that means is that we're gonna have to build ourselves a stable for all of them. So more fun things to add to our world. So I did a little bit more terraforming here on the side. I've also got some shaders on. These are complementary. They look amazing. Did a little bit more terraforming here. Brought it up a couple of levels and built ourselves a little horse area. So there's a pen for the horses and a little stable. It turned out so cute. It looks so good with the shaders on. It's really cute. And again, an excuse to expand our area and have things be less flat. Well, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Superflat Survival. We did a lot of great things today. We built ourselves a flower farm and this wonderful horse barn here. It looks beautiful and I'm so happy with it. But thank you all so much for watching. I've been SmoLCatzZ. Have a great night.